You're thinking about getting out of the military, as a lot of people do, but you're a little bit nervous, and that's understandable. When I was a young boy, I remember being in 6th grade when 9/11 happened, and my parents were also in the military. I was raised in the military. I was like, I'm gonna do 20 years. And so my whole identity growing up was that I was gonna be in the military for the long haul. When I made the decision, like, hey, I think it's time for me to go, I had to come to terms with that and make a decision about, am I actually gonna get out or am I actually gonna stay? And I just wanna share with you exactly what I did. I had read a book by Brene Brown, and she was talking about the power of your core values. I know in the military, every branch has their own core value sets, but what we really have to do is some real introspection. It's not easy. It's not that it's hard, it's just it takes more time than just, oh, well, I really care about this. What she does is in her book, she's got 3 pages, 2 columns of tons of core values. And then what she says is go ahead and pick out your top 20. And you just go through and you just highlight the ones that are applicable to you. And you actually come out with a pretty good list. And what you do is you have to cut that in half so that you get down to 8 to 12. And then you cut that in half again. Then you get down to your top 2 or 3. And this was so powerful because what it really does is it helps you when you're making a decision between good and really good or great and awesome or crappy and bad. When you're making those really tough decisions, sometimes making a pro-con list is not enough. At least it hasn't been for me. What I have found is I still like to do the pro-con list. It helps me gain a little bit of clarity. But then what I do is I take my core values and I'm weighing my core values against both decisions. One of my biggest fears has always been making the wrong decision for the wrong reason. This is a way to really get away from doing that. Maybe I do make the wrong decision. Maybe what I end up doing isn't the absolute most profitable or the best thing that I could have done, and maybe the other one circumstantially could have been a little bit better. But at the end of the day, because I weighed my core values into it, I'm able to have some real peace because I know that I made the decision based off of who I am. Ultimately, that's what I really cared about. Maybe the other decision was marginally better, but it doesn't matter because I still feel that I'm living a little bit truer to myself. And as I continue forward, I can continue making decisions accordingly. So that being said, you've got to narrow it down. And as you're deciding, should you get out of the military or maybe should you not? And then what are you gonna do? That's where you take your core values and you start weighing them. What is it that you're really looking for? What is it in a future job that you really need that will align with those core values? Because you can fill in the rest as long as the core is solid.